Hello, Wakefield Warriors. As we begin planning for the 2024-2025 school year, the following slides will help guide you through academic planning, graduation requirements, and the course request process through Naviance. Feel free to pause and rewind the video as needed, and please use this as a reference as you go through the academic planning process. So today we will make sure students can access the Wakefield Counseling Canvas page. On the Canvas page, you can find some core content sequence charts and our course request form. You'll learn about the course selection process and the timeline, as well as accessing your Naviance account, updating your email address within Naviance, and using Naviance Course Planner. So we want all students to be able to access the Wakefield Counseling Canvas page. This is where you'll find lots of content about course selection for next year. So in order to do this, you will log into your student Canvas account. If you're not already in the Wakefield High School Counseling course, please accept the invitation, or you can use the QR code at the bottom of this screen or the URL that's in the yellow box in order to get there. When you go to the Wakefield High School Counseling homepage, you'll then click this bright green academic planning and course scheduling box in order to access all of the materials. So the course selection process. Beginning this week, counselors will begin to meet with students and give presentations. Please use this time to speak with your teachers about their recommendations for the classes that you'll take next year. You will draft out your 7 courses plus 3 alternatives for your electives, 3 alternates in your course planner, but don't submit approval until you have had your one-on-one meeting with your counselor. So for 9th graders, counselors will be presenting to your English classes. For 10th and 11th graders, you all will receive this presentation and have access to the materials in the Canvas course. Students will make their course selections on a paper course request form, and you'll enter those same classes into your Naviance course planner. Please note that February 29th is the final date for all students to submit their course planner in Naviance or to email any changes to your counselor if you've already submitted a plan. We want to make sure you all know that no matter when you have your meeting with your counselor, all students will have the same opportunity to choose their courses. So meeting with your counselor next week versus in 3 weeks doesn't change the opportunity of classes that you'll have for next year. A couple things that we want students to consider when making your course selections. We can't always make changes later on, so please choose classes carefully. Think about where you'll be next year at the start of the year, how you've done this year. We try our best to honor student course selections, but there are some times when a certain class doesn't receive enough requests, and so we aren't able to offer that next year. And that's why we ask that everyone picks their alternates, just in case a course doesn't make up. When you're choosing your classes, make sure you're focused on your own strengths and your own interests, and that you're not choosing classes based on maybe what a friend is taking and signing up for, or what someone has told you about a specific course or a teacher. It's about you and how you've done this year and what your interests are moving forward. It's also important to consider what are other things that you do either during the school day or after the school day that require time. If you play sports, you do theater, you are involved in clubs, you work or have commitments at home with your family, will you have time after school to complete the work that's required in the classes that you're signing up for? It's always important that students challenge themselves, but we ask that you challenge yourself within reason. So that can be different for every student. Remember, intensified courses, dual enrollment courses, AP, which is advanced placement courses, can expect between 45 minutes to an hour and a half of homework every day. And we'll share the course content sequence chart as a guide. So in general, these are the English courses that students take from 9th grade through 12th grade. And then below that, you'll see the social studies sequence. New next year, we have students that are taking English 10 can also take an English 10 class within AP seminar. So that will be an option for students. And social studies sequence, you can speak about specifics with your counselor, but you'll see here on the screen, and feel free to pause some of the options that you will have. Math sequence, there are lots of math classes offered at Wakefield, and your math teacher that you have this year will give a recommendation for what class you should take, what's recommended for next year based on how you've performed this year. So counselors will always refer to the teacher recommendation for your math class for next year. Remember, it's important that you have a grade of a C or better to move on to the next level of math. For science, there are many science courses offered. Sometimes the science class that you take next year will also be based on the math class that you're going to take in order to make sure that you're appropriately placed. It's strongly recommended that students pass Algebra 2 and have a teacher recommendation to take some of our intensified, dual enrollment, or AP science classes. Remember that AP science classes take up 2 periods in your schedule. So if you get to take 7 courses per year, if you take an AP science course, that takes up 2 of those 7 courses. So students can refer to the course request form to see all the courses that will be offered. For information on electives, please attend the electives fair. It's going to be in Town Hall on Thursday, January 18th during all lunches. So you can come down, see different electives, what you can expect in that elective class. There'll even be some people from the Career Center here. So walk around, ask questions, and see what might interest you. Remember, you're going to make your course selections using the yellow course request form, which on this slide you see as black and white with some colors. And you'll put your selections into the Naviance course planner. For core classes, counselors will rely on your grades this year, your input and your commitment. We'll also rely on teacher recommendation and parent input. So we want you to review your course selections with a parent or guardian. And if you have questions, to make sure you get in contact with your counselor no later than February 29th, which is a Thursday, the last day of the month. All right, so take a moment, take a deep breath. You can always pause the video at this time. The next part of this video is going to show you how to log into Naviance and to use the course planner. So in order to get into Naviance, you'll need to go to your My Access page, which you can get to via My Access at APS in your URL, and you'll use your student ID number and password to log in. Then you'll get to the homepage that has all the different apps, and you'll click the Naviance icon from that dashboard. The next step, you'll see an option with little icons. Click the student backpack icon. And then this step 4 is really important. Make sure that you click the Continue with Single Sign-On button. Please do not re-enter your username and password, as it will give you an error message. So after clicking this blue single sign-on button, you will reach your Naviance homepage. Now, it's good to make sure that you have a personal email address in your Naviance homepage. So please go to About Me on the top right corner, click My Account, and then verify that your personal email address is correctly listed. And if it's not, use the little edit pencil in the top right corner to update and save your email. So this would be a Gmail, a Yahoo, Hotmail, something that is not your APS email. In order to get to the course planner from your homepage, you'll go back to the top where you see the Courses tab. When you click Courses, the third option says Manage Course Plans. Click on Manage Course Plans. Then you'll see this pink button on the right-hand side of the screen, so you can start creating a new academic plan. And you'll be able to create multiple course plans, but only one plan will be submitted for approval. And you can select, quote, make this my current plan on this page to make sure that's the plan that is submitted to your counselor. Then you'll select for step 1, Wakefield High School. And we want everyone to go ahead and click Advanced Studies Diploma. You'll be able to change that later on, but clicking Advanced Studies Diploma is the easiest way to get started. Step 2, you'll then select either copy courses if you're a returning Wakefield student, or if you're new to Wakefield, click Create a New Plan and then Continue. We ask that everyone skips this next step. When it says add a cluster to your plan, go ahead and skip that. Now it's time to add courses to your plan for next year. You'll see here the arrow is pointing to a small Add Courses button next to each subject area. So click Add Courses. And then you'll be able to scroll through the course options and make a selection by your grade level. So if you're a 10th grader, you'll see options for English in grade 11. Once you've found the English class that you're going to take for next year, you'll scroll to the bottom of the page and click Add Courses to your plan. Sometimes for the first one you do, it may be at the top of the plan, so you just might have to scroll to find that button, but then make sure you go back to your plan so you can continue making selections for other subjects. And you'll repeat this for each of the subject areas that you have until you've completed your entire academic plan. We want you to review your plan and keep track of the number of credits you selected, and just double check your plan for any gaps. Sometimes you might see an alert if a requirement is not met. Sometimes Naviance makes mistakes, and that's okay. You can talk to your counselor and we'll help you with that. If you see courses listed in green, those are courses that you've earned credit for. Courses in yellow are classes you're currently taking. And if you see something highlighted in red, it may mean that you didn't earn credit and you didn't pass the class. However, in years past, we have seen some errors with this, so don't be alarmed if you see a course highlighted in red, but you know you passed it. Just check with your counselor. We'll always refer to your student transcript to be sure that all of your courses are listed there. Now, if you want to go back and watch this tutorial video just to make sure you didn't miss any steps or you'd like to review it at home, remember you can go to the Wakefield High School Counseling course, select the Academic Planning Course Selection button, then you'll click the Naviance login information and course planning directions, and you'll see a little link for the Naviance Course Planner video. Couple other notes to consider as you're planning your classes for next year and your post-secondary education is checking in with how strong your schedule is, knowing that we have intensified classes, dual enrollment, we have advanced placement classes and options over at the Career Center for tech-related, trade-related classes. You'll want to consider if your courses you're taking are preparing you for after high school, which could be for a 4-year college, 2-year college, a trade, a technical career. And then we look at your grades, have you been consistent in maintaining good grades? Is there progression? Seeing if there's improvement from 9th grade through 12th grade. And just some final reminders. All students are selecting a total of 7 classes and 3 alternate classes, which the alternates are listed at the bottom of your Naviance course planner page or the back of your yellow paper form. Talk to your teachers about your English, history, science, and math recommendations because counselors will always default to these recommendations. Please build your course plan, draft, and wait to be called by your counselor for your one-on-one meeting. Your course plan will be finalized once you meet with your counselor. We really look forward to this time of the year. It's busy but exciting. So thank you for your patience, and we will see you all soon, either in your classroom or down in our offices. Thank you.